Good morning, my darlings. Welcome to a new vlog. This is my second time introducing this vlog because the first time I just went into a full weather report and you just don't need to know all of that information. Long story short, it's a drizzly summer day today, but that is not going to affect my mood like it normally does because we've got a really fun day planned. I'm meeting up with Hannah and Lauren. Lauren is coming up on the train this morning. Up diagonal, she's coming up, and we are going to have a really lovely couple of girly days together. This morning we are going to RH first, and then we're going to decide what we want to do for lunch. Maybe Soho Farmhouse, maybe Yurt at Nicholson's. I'm going to leave it up to the girls because especially Lauren, it's Hannah and I can visit these places whenever we want to, but it's a bit more of a special kind of Cotswold weekend for Lauren, so whatever she fancies doing, and then hopefully if it brightens up we're going to have a barbecue later today. So I'm going to pop on a quick little bit of makeup this morning, and excuse me while I let my hair dry naturally. I'm going to pop a couple of curls in when it's dry because I have not had time to do my heatless curls today. I'm going to pretty much do the makeup that I did when we were on holiday in Ibiza, and for the last few months at least, I would say 90% of the products that I have been applying to my face as my makeup have all been from Merit. And I think at this time of year, especially when it's warm and you're just very conscious of wanting a natural kind of glowy makeup, but you also don't want to be putting any ingredients and products on your skin that are going to clog your pores. Merit have got an amazing edit of products. They very carefully edited down just the products that we need, not a huge, crazy, ginormous category of different things. It's very edited, very refined. They're vegan, cruelty-free, and what I love the most, especially during summer and when you're on holiday, is that it really lets your skin breathe and allows your skin to look like skin. Very excitingly, before I go on to apply the products, I am so excited to let you know that I've actually worked on a couple of sets with Merit. I'll pop the details of the two sets on the screen here, and you're able to get an incredible discount on the products if you buy either of those sets, which is amazing because Merit are not one of these brands that do loads of discounts, so this is a great way to try out a few of my personal favorites and save a little bit of money too. So I'm going to get started with the uniform, which is actually a really new launch from Merit. It looks like this. I've been using this every day, goodness knows how long. A tinted mineral sunscreen, it's SPF 50, and what I like to do is pop just one pump. I have got the shade, I think it's 18. They call it a priming moisturizer, and depending on your style, how you want your makeup to look, you can use this as your only base, or you can use it as just kind of the start before you put on a few more layers. What I really enjoyed on holiday, obviously I was putting on an SPF before this and then putting this on, so I was getting double whammy SPF, and because it's ever so slightly tinted, I just felt that this was all I needed. You could definitely apply this with a foundation brush as well and build up. Just make sure you take it all down your neck as well. And it really just leaves you with such a flawless base, perfectly protected with the SPF as well as being a mineral SPF. And if you've been a fan of mineral SPFs for many years, you'll know that it's quite hard for a brand to really kind of nail the finish of a mineral sun cream, but Merit have absolutely ticked all the boxes. There's actually ingredients within this that blur out the skin, that enable it to be even more blendable and give you even more of a perfect finish. And I really noticed that if you're like me, where when you're on holiday you just want to be able to do your makeup in a matter of seconds, literally 2 minutes is all I want to spend on my makeup, then this is a fantastic one. On days like today though, I do want that little bit of extra coverage, so the Minimalist, this is their Perfecting Complexion Stick, and I've got it in the shade Ochre. I always have one of these in my handbag. I normally find myself reapplying my makeup on my chin throughout the day, and today I'm just going to add a little bit of extra coverage to my T-zone and my nose. This is incredibly blendable, still really keeps your skin looking like your skin. Nothing that's going to be clogging up your pores or making it look like you've got too heavy a face of makeup on. If you like a natural look, then this is a really lovely one to try. Because the formula of this is so hydrating, I do also find that I can use it under my eyes. I used to carry a BB, a foundation, a concealer, a powder, and all of that in my handbag makeup bag, but now I just carry this. It's kind of like a blend between a foundation and a concealer, and it always just leaves me with such a flawless complexion. Quick bit of bronzer. Because all these products are balmy, they all just blend in together so nicely, which again, summer holidays or just when you want to have a really lovely natural looking makeup, these all blend together so beautifully. Do you know what? Today is literally the definition of muggy. I was too hot having my hair down. That is totally bonkers. So I popped on a little bit of bronze using bronze balm in the shade Clay. If you're a fan of contouring, I'm just not clever enough to do that, but if you are a fan of contouring, this does have a slight coolness to it. So I have heard from friends that it's also a really good one for contour. I am definitely just loving so much blush at the moment. I feel like blush is such a great way of instantly giving you the healthiest looking complexion, and again in balm format, this is the Flush Balm. I previously was fully Beverly Hills as the colour, but this summer I've been using Lusitano, and to be honest with you, I often just kind of prod it straight onto my cheeks and on my lips as well, but you can use this brush for everything. See how it instantly just looks like it's part of my skin. It doesn't look like makeup, and that's really testament to the lovely ingredients within the Merit products. Oh, it just makes you look healthy. You don't look like you've got makeup on, you just look like you've got great skin. And something else that I love to use this for is just a little dab on the lips. I am really hoping it's going to clear up later because Charlie and I were planning on doing a lovely barbecue. But we were planning on doing a barbecue the night before last as well, when Charlie's mum came over with her friend Mel, and it was it was just like this weather, so we ended up eating inside. And in the middle of July, especially after the insane heat that we've been having, it just feels wrong eating inside the house. So I'm really hoping that it's going to end up being a little bit brighter later on. But the good thing about RH is obviously it's all inside the house, all the furniture showrooms, and I think that Hannah's looking for a few bits of furniture in particular. Lauren's not been before. I love the coffee there, so yeah, not a bad place for us to start the day today. And then maybe I'll see via Charlie if there's anybody staying in the cottages and perhaps quickly show the girls around there, see what they fancy doing. I've got the volumizing pomade for brows in the shade Blonde, and this is a really handy little spoolie brush because you can really, I find that this little brush, it combs through your brow hairs, enabling your brow hairs to really pick up on the product. So even though my brows are quite sparse, I do find that this literally volumizes them. It's like what a hair mousse does on a great blow dry day, but for your brows, and it really sets them down for the whole day without them getting crispy and without being too, like, obviously laminated, in that so many brow gels, like, I do like the look of laminated brows, I get my brows laminated, but this, the same as with all the makeup products from Merit, it's just a little bit more subtle. It's just for those of us that don't want to look like we're wearing too much makeup, we just want to have a pretty and kind of perfected finish to our look. A little bit of mascara. I have raved and raved about the Merit Great Lash Mascara so many times in the past, so I won't bang on about it now, but it really is the best. Perfectly separated lifted lashes, never clumpy, and my finishing touch today is Day Glow. As if the makeup isn't glowy enough already, I always find that the Merit products, they enable the health of your skin to shine through, but you can always amplify that, especially on a holiday evening, or if you just want to really give yourself that almost ethereal glow. I've got the shade Cover. You'll have seen me using this in Ibiza. And I like to just apply this with my fingers. Again, it's like a highlight for those of us that don't want to look like we've applied highlight. You just look as though your skin is naturally glowing in all the right places. So this is Day Glow, the highlight for people that don't normally wear highlight, and this is included in both of my lovely Merit sets. Also, with your first Merit order, you get the lovely little bag, and it's a brand based in LA, and when they, oh my goodness, like a full-on eagle just flew over the house. The birds recently have been really incredible. I've seen so many more birds of prey and falcons. Maybe it was a falcon, not an eagle. Maybe we don't get eagles in the Cotswolds. But has anyone else noticed that the birds have just been really big this year? What was I saying? Yes, Merit being an LA-based beauty brand, known for their incredible makeup products and beautiful natural finish, and they're now available in the UK. They have been for a year or so, and I am so just in love with all of the products that I have tried from them. So I'll leave my sets linked down below. Such a great opportunity to try out the brand. Oh my goodness, Hannah is going to be here in 15 minutes and I need to do my hair and get dressed, so I'll catch up with you when we're on our way to RH. Very hard to know what to wear today because it's actually quite warm but super duper cloudy, so I've gone for my lovely little mint velvet dress with the scallop top because I thought I can just whip the cardi off if I need to. My usual sandals, and this is one of the Ralph Lauren knits that I got in the sale. I just love this lemon colour. And I'm going to take my little Valentino handbag with me. I think Hannah is arriving here any second now, and we're going to head straight over the station to collect Lauren.
That's quite scary.
Yeah, that is very close.
Is one chasing the other? Ooh.
Good morning, my darlings. It's now Friday morning, and I apologise for lack of vlogging yesterday. We had a lot of girl chat to catch up on. Lauren is here meeting the children. Can I ask you, because I'm always really intrigued, when you come here after seeing this house on YouTube, how does it compare?
Well, I think I said this to you already, but everything is so much higher and bigger.
Does it look like little, I don't know, like Hobbit house?
I think when you're, no, I think when you're in a space, you don't understand, like when you see it online, you don't understand like
the proportions.
The proportions of the space. Like your ceilings are so high.
Oh, okay.
And so airy, and also the details. Like you're so good at details.
That's
when I was just in the bathroom,
yeah,
like pot on the windowsill and like all the little details, so nice.
Oh, I feel like you're really good at that at your home, in your home. I think when you're good at it in your own, is he snouting his breakfast bowl?
Yeah.
We were just saying how obviously Lauren has got gorgeous Basil, how when Basil wants attention, he's such a big boy that he can just jump up and cause havoc, whereas these two don't have too much of an impact, do they? No, tiny children. Oh my goodness.
So cute.
So we are heading to Bamford. We're going to do a lovely Pilates class and then hopefully brunch, go for a nice walk. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. got a quick work call, so I'm going to leave Lauren here. How do you feel about this, darling? In the living room garden. Oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. We've got a nice bit of sunshine coming through, and I think it's actually just for this week maybe, but they're celebrating 𝘼𝙙𝙙, which is 𝘿𝙤𝙙 wine, and they've set up a little pétanque. It's literally like they've brought France to the Cotswolds. Little cabin at the end, deck chairs. Again, my darlings, it is Friday evening now, early evening. I have just dropped Lauren off at the train station and she's on her way home. We had the loveliest couple of days together with Hannah as well, and I feel very much as though my social cup has been filled. I was thinking it's so lovely to have found two new friends in adult life who the three of us just have so much in common, and obviously in what we do for work it's quite an unusual thing to do career-wise, and so it's really lovely to have friends who get it. If you need to just let something off your chest or bounce some ideas around, understand the pros and the cons of our industry, because what I will say is sometimes things might be stressful, things might be hard, and I personally don't actually feel that comfortable complaining about it, because in the grand scheme of life, the problems that we experience are not, you know, huge problems, but to have someone who really understands those kinds of frustrations, it's nice to have an ear that's very understanding. And the girls, we honestly just, the topics of conversation that we cover when we get together, it's so incredible to have friends who not only understand and are going through the same thing work-wise, but also I think the three of us are very similar in terms of our personalities and our passions, and even I think what's really important in friendships is having a very similar moral compass, just being very along the same lines when it comes to I don't really know how to explain it, but long story short, just had the most lovely time with the girls, and I feel so grateful to have met them both through this line of work. I'm actually 6 years older than Lauren, but I think that when you're a grown-up, these things don't make that much difference, but the fact that you can have a friendship with someone that's not like the exact same age as you, has experienced different things in life, and yeah, I just have absolutely loved spending so much time with the girls over the last couple of days. I apologise for not filming a huge amount, but we were just really absorbed in spending time with each other and catching up, and there's only so much little snippets of conversation that I can share with you guys. So we went to RH yesterday morning and had matcha there, then we head over to Soho Farmhouse, we had lunch at Pen Yen, then we had a lovely walk around, we went into the kitchen garden, and then we were actually there for hours hours and hours chatting in the kitchen garden there, and then as you saw went to Pit Kitchen in the evening. And then today had a lovely mooch around the kitchen garden here, picked some courgettes, went for Pilates, and then had a lovely breakfast at Bamford. And then we had to say goodbye to Hannah. I had my little meeting catch up, and I think Lauren did a little bit of shopping while I was doing that. And then Lauren and I went for our favourite walk, which is the 𝘿𝙤𝙙 𝙒𝙤𝙤 loop. It's a very scenic walk, about an hour and a half. And that always ends with a glass of rosé at the Fox at Uddington. So that was fantastic. And now Charlie and I are actually about to head to another of our favourite places, 𝘼𝙤, to meet George and Petra, Charlie's brother, and our sister-in-law Petra. So a very social couple of days. I apologise, even now I'm filming this, I'm like, am I going to even include this clip? Because, you know, when you've expended all of your social energy, I feel as though I'm very flat at the moment. So I do apologise. I feel like this is not my most sociable clip in the world, but I did want to check in because I always feel a little bit guilty when I do lots of fun things and don't film it, because I'm like, this is literally your job, Josie, to share all of these lovely places in the Cotswolds with you. So hopefully it's been okay and I've managed to capture a few little snippets. But I am excited for a burger at H&M. The burgers there are amazing. I also just wanted to quickly show you a couple of books that Lauren very kindly bought for me, because I have been going on about my love for Freida McFadden following reading the Housemaid series when we were in Ibiza, and I didn't know that Freida had written other books. Actually, I hadn't done that much research, but Lauren said you are going to love these two. So we've got Never Lie and The Tenant. They both sound rather sinister. I learned that Lauren likes to listen to crime podcasts while she's cleaning her house. I did not know that about her. But yeah, I think these are going to be quite intense, but really, really good reads. So I'll let you know how I get along with these. Outfit of the day has just been this very casual little linen top from Abercrombie, and I really love how comfortable this skirt is from Boden. It's actually got a super elasticated waistband. I've literally waited 2 years to have this done again. I just had a very quick chiropractic adjustment here in the house with our lovely friend Lewis, who has the Cotswold Chiropractic Clinic in Whitney. I'll leave his business down below if you're in need of some clicking, adjusting, and he's incredible, so talented. He is so great at finding points in your body that need adjusting, even when I didn't even know that I needed adjusting in certain places. Charlie actually took a very quick clip on my phone of the first couple of adjustments, so I'll show you those on the screen here, and I feel so much better for it. I feel like my posture feels better, I feel a little bit lighter in my kind of core area. So yeah, that was very much overdue. We had not seen Lewis for 2 years. If you've been watching the vlogs for a while, you'll know that we used to have regular adjustments when Charlie was a little bit more, I think it was when he was playing rugby and he was getting a few more injuries, so it was more important for him to have it done more regularly. So I feel better for that. But anyway, I'm just hanging around waiting for Charlie to finish in the shower, and then we're gonna head for our favourite burger. Actually, I'm gonna be bold and say the best burger in the Cotswolds at H&M. Good morning, my darlings. It is, it is now Saturday morning. I had to really think about that for a second, I don't know why. Today is another really super drizzly day, which is a real shame. Middle of July, you know, we should be peak summer right now, but unfortunately we are not. So I am taking my mind away. I'm watching a girl called Natalie Marchetta on YouTube, and she is in Nantucket, so I'm imagining that I'm there instead of here on this rainy morning. Just did a nice Peloton and washed my hair, and I thought I would try this out. I actually bought this over a month ago, but I haven't tried it yet. 𝙒𝙗, oh my goodness. Did not mean to match my top so perfectly. Love this little top. This is new from M&M, and I'm just wearing it with some very, very casual elasticated waistband trousers from H&M. Because even though it's rainy, it's still warm. This whole last few days has been seriously muggy. This is called their Hair Alchemy Heatless Styling Balm, and it says to apply it. Oh, do you know what? Maybe I did use it once because it's gone a little bit clacky. Ew! That was like squeezing a spot. That just came out the top. That's really gross. I'm gonna actually take my ring off again. Yeah, maybe I have used this before, but I don't actually remember. Apply to damp hair and set with preferred heatless styling method. So because it's so cloudy at the moment and we might be going out later, I thought I would give this another try. That was 2.5 pumps. I think it was in the last vlog I said I'm not going to talk about my heatless curls because I know that it's really boring. And then lots of you really came to my defense saying, no, Josie, if you want to talk about it, then talk about it. So I'm not going to second guess that what I'm saying is boring anymore. That feels really, really nice. It has obviously added a little bit of like dampness to the ends of my hair. But today, to be honest, I could literally have my hair in heatless curls for 6 or 7 hours. It's 11 AM now. and if we do go out it won't be until 6, so I could quite literally have my hair like this all day. Yeah, Nantucket. I'm still absolutely desperate to go. If honestly, if I could just persuade someone with an Esther to come with me next week, because the weather forecast here is miserable and it's looking good in Nantucket, that would give me 48 hours notice. In a dream world, I'm putting this out into the universe, in a dream world I get a flight on Sunday evening, arrive in Nantucket on Monday lunchtime, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, 3 nights in or on, I think you're meant to say on Nantucket, and then fly home on Thursday night, because I have got an event in the Cotswolds that we have to go to on Friday because it's with a brand, so that would be the dream. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's unlikely, but that would be my dream scenario. But so many things would have to fall in place for that to happen. But in the meantime, I will just watch videos of other people on YouTube going and enjoying Nantucket. Last night at 𝘼𝙙 was amazing. Really lovely to catch up with P&G, George and Petra. I need a clip. The chef, Chris, is such a lovely guy and so talented. The quality of the produce that they use there is so good. And truly, that is the best burger in the Cotswolds. I have officially decided. They do 2 smashed beef patties and then loads of oozy cheese, and it's just so good. I feel like I've really indulged over the last few days with Lauren and Hannah here. Lots of rosé has been consumed, and yeah, lots of really nice but not especially healthy food. What was the other thing that I wanted to catch up with you guys about? I actually can't remember. There was something that I wanted to talk to you about. It'll come back to me. So given that it's a cloudy and grey and rainy day, I just want to catch up on stuff. Obviously, being with the girls over the last couple of days, I haven't been on my computer, so I need to do lots of emails. But I also ordered, I think I mentioned in the Amazon Prime Day sale, I ordered you know those flat treadmills, or walking pads people call them. I ordered one of those and we've got it, we've set it up. So then I realized you also need a standing desk that you kind of pop over the treadmill or the walking pad. So I have also ordered one of those from Amazon, so I need to set that up. So I think what I'm going to do is go downstairs, make myself some breakfast, and then set up the walking pad with the standing desk. I don't know where. We don't have room in the office, which is where I would naturally put it. But I don't know. I really need to think where to put it. Anyway, I need to put this in my mouth while I do the second side. Okay, there we go. Heatless curls done. Yay. And my tummy is seriously rumbling, so I'm gonna go downstairs and make some breakfast. I won't be able to talk to you because Charlie is watching the Lions, and the TV is going to be very loud. So, by the way, if you ever think the lighting looks good when I'm sat here, I use this, and it's from Beautifact, and it's really good for doing your makeup with very even lighting. Okay, let's go. Okay, that was a very productive 30 minutes. I've made my morning smoothie, and 2, 4, 6, 8 days worth of morning smoothie. So these have all got avocado, banana, strawberries, raspberries, peanut butter, nuts and seeds, a little bit of coconut yogurt, and other lovely bits in there. And then because I needed to use up a coconut yogurt and a kefir and a Greek yogurt, Charlie sent me a reel from the 𝙒𝙖 Instagram this morning, and it's basically a strawberry kefir froyo. So that is what I've blended together into here. Is that lid on properly? Yeah, I think so. So next time we have a nice warm day, can't relate to that today, I will whiz this up with a Ninja Creamy, and it'll be a delicious and actually rather healthy treat. That really doesn't look like it's on properly, does it? There we go. So that's going in the freezer. They're all going in the freezer, and yeah, very productive 20 minutes or so. Okay, I have this amazing delivery here, which has been sent by the 𝙒𝙗𝙗 team, 𝙒𝙗𝙗 en Provence. So I thought I would share it with you. And it says, this summer we invite you to embrace the art of savouring each and every moment with a carefully curated basket filled with French delights. Step into the golden light of Provence, where time slows down to reveal life's simple pleasures. So I have already spotted one of my favourites in here. This is the 𝙒𝙗𝙗 Supple Skin Oil, and I think this is a slightly smaller version than what I had before. Maybe I'm going mad. Another thing that matches my top. This is absolutely gorgeous, especially in the afternoon. If you've spent all day on the beach, your skin feels like it needs a little blast of hydration. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it smells amazing. The whole almond collection is just absolutely gorgeous. We've got, oh, so if you remember, I'll leave the vlog linked. When I went to Provence with 𝙒𝙗𝙗 last year, we went to the actual fields where they grow the verbena for the 𝘿𝙙𝙙 range. This is the Eau de Toilette, which whenever I smell this, it just takes me straight back to those beautiful fields at golden hour. And they also have the shower gel in the collection. I'm going to put this straight in mine and Charlie's bathroom. Another favourite that's going to go straight to our bathroom is the lavender foaming bath. This, as you can imagine, smells amazing. If you love a good soak in the tub before bed, a lavender foaming bath is just absolute bliss, and the packaging is recyclable, which is fabulous. So in the basket, they've also put in a pure rosé from Mirabeau, which is one of my absolute favourites. I love this bottle. Such a beautiful bottle. And we have also got, oh, this is so funny. I actually bought some of these home when I was in Aix-en-Provence last month, or it was May, wasn't it? They are called Amande du Bassin Mediterranean. Yeah. A typical Provençal little treat. How gorgeous. Sweet little hamper. And this little 𝙒𝙗𝙗 en Provence blanket for sunset picnics. How absolutely gorgeous. A very sweet delivery from 𝙒𝙗𝙗. Thank you to the team. Charlie is currently stretching on the ground, getting barked at by Dexy. But I think Charlie wants to show you some of his deliveries as well. Do you want to take over, darling?
We have. I thought it was just interesting to show this because this is a company we've discovered recently.
Not that recently.
Well, in the last year.
Uh-huh.
Well, they sent us an advent calendar, didn't they? Health. So it's HEALF. I think that's a great brand name, by the way. Mm. And they sell a lot of our favourite brands. So actually, at the same time, today arrived my Wild Nutrition subscription, my normal subscription. So this is basically what arrives if you sign up to Wild Nutrition. These are also, I buy these as a customer. I don't get sent these. Obviously, we work with Wild Nutrition. It is very, very clever because essentially this is now my month's worth of Wild Nutrition. So it's my Iron Plus refill, and then you refill the jar. So very sustainable.
Did you use my discount code?
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, I've been a subscriber now for 3 or 4 years. Fertility support pack and I never really know how to say it. Ashwagandha is how I say it. Which I've been taking for about 6 or 7 years, and I'd say out of the 3, this is 6 or 7 years. Yeah, I've been taking This is the first product I bought from Wild Nutrition. Wow. This is the first product you saw from Wild Nutrition when we lived in London. So, and the reason I bought this from Wild Nutrition and discovered them is because they, at the time, I believe, were one of the few selling ashwagandha in this like high quality form. So, and I bought this because obviously it's got magnesium in there, but it's also meant to be really good for like tiredness and fatigue.
Okay.
So this is the first product, and I was going to say out of all of these three, this is the one that I'm so confident works. Obviously, it's quite hard to like without regular blood tests say that, but generally I think it's important to take iron if you don't eat enough red meat, and we try and limit our meat intake. Obviously, also benefit from organised, which also adds more of that iron into our body. But yeah, so health, I think, so you can order wild nutrition products on health, and I thought I would order some magnesium because I wasn't sleeping very well, but I don't really want to subscribe to this, I just want to try it. So I ordered this via health.
I think you can get it as a one-off on
Can you?
Wild, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, well, anyway, if you basically want to try a load of different products, I think health's quite an interesting way of doing that. So wild nutrition, and then another brand that you'll be very familiar with is Ancient and Brave, and I got to top off my creatine, so I take this every day now. And I think one of the reasons this is brilliant on the creatine front is you showed me you got the jar, haven't you? And the jar that they sell of creatine is great, but you need to know with creatine, more important than any other supplement as far as I'm aware, you really have to hit the right measurement. If you're not getting enough of it, it's almost not doing anything. Don't quote me on that, but that's my belief, which is why these are brilliant, because this is the exact measurement. And so all you do is obviously tear this and then you add it into your water. I just take this with a little bit of water after my workout. I don't add anything else in, but you can add it into your smoothies. But I genuinely, creatine, I've 100% noticed a huge difference. And it is, I think, one of the most researched supplements. They're saying it now obviously has huge benefits for cognitive function, but from a training perspective, I notice my muscles and what they call DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness, I think, is basically that aches and pains after a workout, which maybe might stop you training the next day or the next day. That really has helped. This has really helped with those aches and pains. And then 3 products I've never tried before, which is why I like health. It's a nice way of discovering new brands. I think as a business, they were started with that in mind, bringing US and other innovative brands to the UK. And this is, I've been taking Lion's Mane for a while, but this is a different brand. I've not heard of these guys before. Have you? Kiki Health? You have? So this is their Lion's Mane extract. So I thought I'd give that a go instead of, I can't remember the brand that I've been taking. So that, I'm going to give that a go. This actually was, I don't even know, I just got really sucked into watching videos on curcumin, which is an extract from turmeric, right? And we use turmeric in a lot of cooking, but I feel like we don't use it in much cooking in the summer months.
That's true.
We use it a lot in curries, obviously, and I wouldn't really be cooking a curry in the summer here, which I know is maybe, you could debate that, because obviously curries mostly come from hot countries and they eat them all year round, don't they? But yeah, so this is, I don't love the brand name, Natroceutics. So I don't know, but anyway, I'm just showing you what I don't actually know a lot about this yet. I'm going to obviously do a bit of research. I mean, the good thing is all the brands on there, I feel like, seem very legit. But like anything, do your research. And then finally, although it's typical, I don't feel like I have hay fever now, this is from a brand called Raw Pot. Organic Propolis and Sage Throat Spray. Basically, when I was getting really bad hay fever, my hay fever doesn't tend to be like runny eyes or itchy nose. It's really sore throat. And so rather than, obviously I was trying like lemon, ginger, honey, and it was helping a bit, but there's only so many cups of lemon and ginger tea you can drink in a day. And if you're on the go a lot, it's not easy. So yeah, this is a throat spray. But I think ultimately I'm always looking for alternatives to the pharma products. And I think health are bringing that to main market. Actually, if there was one criticism of health, I wish they did more, like, I wish they had a section that was like your medicine cabinet, and it was more promoting those alternative products, because I find when I went and replaced a lot of our heavy chemical products, the Lemsips of this world, with alternative ones for us to try that were less full of crap, I had to buy them from like 7 different websites. And actually that maybe is something that hopefully they'll expand on. They tend to be more focused on sort of nutritional supplements rather than health. Yeah, but this is interesting anyway. This is water-based, alcohol-free, because a lot of them have alcohol in, which doesn't bother me, but I don't love the idea of always putting alcohol in my body when you have a throat spray. So that'll be interesting to try. But yeah, I think it's a genius business idea. And yeah, ultimately I think it's a great way of discovering new products. We had the advent calendar from them. That was my first exposure to the brand. And yeah, it was interesting to try lots of different products. And good to see Wild Nutrition on there. I see what you mean. I guess if you can order it directly from Wild Nutrition, we'd rather you do that because we love working with Wild Nutrition. However, I think this is actually probably quite a nice gift for a really health-focused person as well. Yeah. You can buy them a selection of different things.
And I bet you didn't use it, we've got a 10% discount code.
Didn't use that either, mate.
No, I think it's Josie 10.
Josie 10, is it?
I think so.
We should just have Dexter's name as the discount code.
Just type Dexter into any website and see what happens.
Yeah, it should give you 10%. So yeah, that's my little unboxing. And then the other thing that we got sent is Tallow and Ash, and this is their oud. I didn't think they did anti-vax sprays, which they do. So we obviously
but isn't it a furniture mist?
No.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a fabric cleansing furniture mist.
So you would spray it like I cleaned our outdoor furniture with it.
Well, can I not use this as a surface spray?
I don't know.
Why not?
Well, what are the ingredients?
Well, presumably you can, because it kills bacteria.
I use it like if the dogs have been rolling around on the rug.
Scents and sanitizers kills 99.9%. I love how they have to
spray the sofa.
Okay. Well,
yeah, it's a furniture spray.
I was using it to clean my barbecue, so
if you have just moved house, you could spray your curtains.
To be fair, this would be good for straw top then.
Yeah.
Because I mean, actually, that was really nice that the last 3 guests have made a huge deal of how clean the cottages are.
Good.
And I think because we don't stay in many holiday cottages,
the standard is low.
I think we maybe take for granted how high level our cottages are. And I know that sounds like blowing our own trumpet, but 3 people separately, 2 of which were American, 1 of which was French.
Yeah.
They were like, these are like in their. I'll read the reviews another time, but they made a big deal out of how clean they were.
Yeah.
Not just tidy, but like actually clean.
And even when Lauren and Hannah were here yesterday in our house, they were saying how you and I have just thought about all the little details, and they were saying, I can't even imagine what the cottages are like, because it's the details that really make the final difference, isn't it?
I think that's what we prioritise. Everyone's different in life, and there are people that are not as fussed about that, and that's totally fine. But for me, those things are what matter when you go somewhere. Like my new thing, which people are probably going to laugh at, when we go and stay in a hotel, I'll email ahead and say, can you empty the minibar, because we don't drink alcohol, and stick loads of still mineral water in there? Because normally hotels, and obviously mostly abroad, you can't drink their tap water. I mean, we're obviously trying not to drink our own tap water now, but that's another debate. That's another debate. And then I also say, can we have lots of clothes hangers? Yeah. And do you know what though? This will probably resonate with a lot of people when you get, whether it's a 2-hour, 3-hour flight, you arrive to wherever you've been looking forward to for months to stay, and you get to the hotel room, and then you're like, I can't unpack because there's like 6 clothes hangers. And these are things that we've thought about, or like 2 coffee capsules.
Do you know what someone else commented on the Ibiza vlog? Because I said, you know how my Suri toothbrush is in a travel case, and I was saying one of the great things about that is we don't know what cleaning products they use in the bathroom. Apparently in most hotels, and obviously I don't want them spraying like chemicals near my toothbrush, and it's great because it's in a case, but someone commented saying most hotels you can actually say to them, don't use any chemicals, like strong chemicals in the bathroom while we're there.
Yeah.
So that's
I think that's taking it to one extra level. I don't know how you check that either. I'd be sceptical about that one. And that is a difficult debate as well in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit like I was in the gym the other day and I was saying, in the night, in a really nice way, I was like, look, if you wouldn't mind not cleaning the equipment with these heavy chemicals while I'm training, because I was breathing obviously faster than normal, breathing in more.
Yeah.
And actually they've changed the entire policy of the gym now.
Really? Yeah,
because, well, without mentioning the gym, I think everyone can guess what gym it is. It's not in line with the brand to be using these heavy chemicals when they have their own product, which is not heavy. Their argument was that the glass smears a bit with that product, but I said, well, why don't you just use white wine vinegar? But credit to them, they took it on board and they said, yeah, actually, you have a great point. Yeah. I think the fact that I mentioned the product they were using has been linked to cancer probably also put them off, because it was
lawsuit.
Yeah, it had 3 ingredients that are on the red list.
Red list. Wow.
Anyway, complete tangent, but yeah, that's something we've learnt at hotels. I think they respond to it, and it saves everyone time that way. Makes your holiday better, little details. But yeah, and actually on that note, I find these are actually, Wild Nutrition, I have got the pill case, but it's only for a week. So I actually think for when we go away next, I'm just going to take them like this, albeit there for a month. That's the best way of doing it.
Cool, thanks mate.
Cheers mate.
Thanks for your...
Oh, I have got one other exciting thing. Okay. This is the world's most indestructible padlock.
Yeah.
And actually it's even secret how you get into it. It's like a Rubik's Cube. I'm quite excited to try it.
Simple things, darling.
Yeah, but anyway, so there you go.
We'll have it on our Amazon
people that are
store
switched
page.
off can start listening again because I'm leaving.
Okay.
To go and,
Right, and I'm going to go and set up my walking desk. Well, my darlings, this is, in my eyes, a great success. The walking pad and the standing desk absolutely works. The setup is perfect. Anyone that knows Charlie and I very well, however, will know that Charlie is definitely going to have something to say about the aesthetics of this and where it lives. So, definitely going to have to think that through. But the desk itself, it's actually a really clever design. So you basically, I've just spent 15 minutes or so putting this together with little screws and Allen keys and things like that, but it was very, very easy. And it's got a little motor. Oops, sorry, can't see. It's got a little motor under here. That little setup. I just kind of presumed it would be a bit like crutches, you know, when you've got the little press studs that you pop in and out, but it's actually really clever. So it's got a motor within there, and when it's plugged in you can go up or down. I presume you can save some heights as well. It's got little 1, 2, 3, 4 here. However, I didn't want to have all of the wires all the time, so now that I've got it to the right height, I've just unplugged it. The treadmill, I actually don't know how fast it goes. I'm pretty sure it's literally just a walking pad, not a treadmill, but maybe when I've got some proper footwear on, not slippers, I'll give it a go. see how fast it goes. And it's really nice just here looking out the window. The sun is starting to come out finally for today, which is amazing. Yes, I am looking at flights to where we were talking about earlier. We shall see. So yeah, this is the current setup. I think on days when I'm working all day I'll just set this up, but I just don't know where it's going to live when I'm not using it. I'm not sure if it'll fit in there, but I am definitely going to try it, so we shall see. But I would call this a great success. Once again, I fear I may have let the heatless curls out a little bit too early. We've got some serious straight bits going on, but it's actually brightening up a bit outside, and I placed an H&M order last week that I haven't yet tried on, so I thought I would share that with you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's gonna be quite as good as my last one. The amount of you, I think like over 200-300 of you bought this dress, the one that I wore a lot in Ibiza to the Mirabeau event, and also the content that I created with that H&M order performed really, really well. So I thought I would film this order too. So I've got a few lovely bits and bobs here that I feel like they looked really good on the website. Looking at them here right now, I'm not quite as excited about them as I was the last order, but you never know. Sometimes you try something on and it really looks amazing. So yeah, let's try them on together, and everything that I show you I'll leave linked down below. So first up is this adorable little dress, and I just love the silhouette of this. I call it a fit and flare silhouette, where it cinches in at the waist and then flares out on the skirt. I don't wear that many short dresses, but I feel like for a summer holiday in Italy, this is really, really gorgeous. You've got that wildflower pattern on it, which H&M have been doing so well this season. I think the silhouette is so timeless, and the fabric itself has got this really kind of unusual texture to it. It's a little bit bobbly, but then when you look closer, the texture is actually little kind of floral indentations. And I love a V-neck, perfect for showing off a lovely necklace, so this one is definitely going to be coming with me. Do we have pockets? No, we don't. So that is the only downside to this dress. I don't know what it is about holidays, but I just love a fresh new pair of pyjamas, and particularly a pair of shorts, but especially when you're just kind of relaxing in your villa or your room at the beginning of the day, I do prefer something long sleeve, so I thought this ticked both boxes. It's that really gorgeous kind of buttermilk lemon yellow colour, and a kind of crinkled style, so I'm definitely not going to have to iron this. This is perfect for a holiday pyjama set, and I can also see myself wearing both the shirt and the shorts as separates as loungewear, and I definitely think it's acceptable to wear these things out and about as well. So there's definitely something a little bit autumnal about this outfit, and to be honest, I don't think I'll take this with me to Italy, but I love the skirt for styling up once the seasons start to change, and today's a little bit cloudy, so I'm definitely thinking about that already. The only thing, again, I don't know why H&M have stopped putting pockets in their items, but I really wish this skirt had little pockets. But skirts like this you can often spend a lot of money on, so I think that this, for the price, is a really good option. I've styled it with a Lily Silk t-shirt, and footwear wise I found these little brown suede mules, and I thought these could be a really versatile pair of shoes for autumn outfits. And I really like the height of the heel. I think that's going to be really comfortable for wearing all day. I can also imagine styling these with wide leg white trousers, and even with jeans. There's something a little bit Sound of Music about this outfit. So up next we have got another dress, which is a kind of fit and flare silhouette, again in the beautiful butter lemon yellow colour. It comes with a little belt that you can tie around your waist. I've just popped mine in a little bow, but obviously you could remove this and pop your own belt on as well. I really like the sleeve detail. It's kind of like a cap sleeve, and the silhouette, the way that the dress is cut, is a really flattering figure. I think with a little bit of a tan, a glowing summer tan in Italy, this is just going to be the most flattering shade, and it feels like the kind of fabric that's definitely not going to crease in my suitcase. I did also add this bag to my order. I have been noticing brands like Ralph Lauren, Chloe, Celine, they're all doing this shape of bag at the moment. The suede means, if you watched my second to last video where I talked through the autumn winter trends, you'll know suede is just continuing to be a massive one. I think that this is going to be a great transitional bag from summer into autumn winter, and it's one of those bags that, you know, it could have cost you anything and no one is necessarily going to think this looks like a really affordable H&M bag. I think it's the kind of bag that really almost transcends the price points. So for a high street bag that was under £30, I think this is a really fantastic option. And again, the colour, I think because it's so neutral, it's just going to go with so many outfits. I don't know if it goes with this necessarily, but I think I should have tried it with that last outfit to give slightly more autumnal vibes, but yeah, let me know what you think. I've got a feeling it's going to be one that you find yourself reaching for with so many different outfits. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit brutal here because I feel like this is why these try-on hauls are quite useful, because I can also advise you against the bad things. This, I'm afraid to say, I feel like it just looks like a really cheap piece. On the website it looked like it could have been styled up really nicely to be almost like quite an equestrian-y, not equestrian, but you know, I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a denim Nantucket kind of vibe outfit, but no, this material unfortunately is really quite cheap looking. The silhouette just hugs in all the wrong places, and I have to say it was also really hard to get on, so the design has not been very well considered. The ruffles are just going to be a pain in the butt to either steam or iron in order for them to look good, and I think that the chunkiness and the amount of fabric in the sleeves doesn't really match up with the skirt length. Even adding in an accessory, adding in the bag, I still don't like how this looks. I don't like how it's pulling on my tummy either. Yeah, this one is just definitely a no. And last but not least, unfortunately, two other things that I'm not sure I'm 100% keen on. I have got something quite similar to this top, but I thought that these earrings, I thought that these buttons were actually going to be gold and that they would almost perfectly match a pair of Monica Vinader earrings that I've got, but they're silver and I just really don't wear that much silver. So that, for that very small reason, I'm not a huge fan of the top. And then when it comes to the shorts, actually I do quite like the shorts. I keep seeing this picture on my Instagram. It's an Instagram ad from the swimwear brand Peony. If I can find the picture, it's a girl like leaning over a railing at the seaside, or somewhere lovely, and she's wearing some peony shorts that look quite similar to this. They're almost like a crochet, and I just think for throwing on over swimsuits or over a bikini, they're quite nice. They are elasticated, very loose, very kind of loosely woven crochet. So I'm just wearing knickers at the moment, which wouldn't be advisable with shorts like this, but yeah, over swimwear, I think these could be a really good shout. And was it from ASOS the other day. I got the strapless bandeau top. I think that as a combo could be absolutely perfect. So those are the bits that I got from H&M. 50% success rate, I would say. Less than 50% success rate when it comes to my heatless curls, but yeah, never mind. I think I just need to maybe put that styling balm on a bit earlier in the proceedings when my hair is a little bit more damp in the future, and then if I'm gonna put them in when my hair's that damp, I think I really do need to give them like the whole night, literally sleep in them. I still like the movement. I prefer this to flat hair, definitely, but yeah, just not my biggest success. Well, those are the 4 p.m. church bells going, and this is a really weird time to be eating, but do you know what? That bowl of yogurt that I had earlier and the smoothie has kept me full until now. I've not even snacked, but I think because I put loads of nuts on the yogurt, definitely kept me going. So I'm gonna make a fridge raid pasta. I've raided the fridge and I've got half an onion. I have got a yellow courgette that Charlie has had a little knob off the end of for his morning omelette. I've got a proper sized courgette from the kitchen garden that I picked yesterday morning. I have got in here is a third of a ball of mozzarella, which is always a good idea in a pasta dish. Then a few things which we nearly always have in the fridge, half a lemon. I've just added the bottles of lemon juice to my shopping list because it's really handy to just be able to add in a dash of lemon juice. The garlic paste, which is in the fridge, which is always really useful, and some chili flakes. I always have pasta, so of course I'm going to try making, I think I made this last year as well when we had a glut of courgettes, but I'm going to make a cheesy, oh, I'm also going to add some basil. We've got some basil here too. I think that'll just lift the flavour a little bit. I'm basically going to make a creamy courgette pasta. No surprises there. So let's start off by chopping the onion, getting that sauteing in some nice olive oil. Then I will saute the bigger courgette and blend that up with a little bit of pasta water, lemon juice, the mozzarella and the basil. Yummy! This is officially scrumptious. I can't really show you very well because the lighting this afternoon is bonkers. Mozzarella, parmesan, courgette, and then I fried off some of the mini courgette as well. But the basil in the sauce has made all the difference. This is delicious. It's like a courgette pesto. Definitely I'll be repeating this, I'm sure, throughout the rest of courgette season. Yummy!